Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. I just got Oberon to level 120 this morning, so let's put him on a Mono Earth team. Let's go into Arena. And here's my setup, pretty straightforward. Muraga is there for a tank. Kiton is built for Drain Force, and then just random stuff on Oberon. And Oberon, I am going to go out on a limb. I've said this before, but I would call him the attack-scaled Helena. He's got a lot of the things that she has, like range, AoE, breaks, all kinds of stuff. A little bit of defense too. So I'm very excited to be trying him out. Alright, there he will use a self-buff to raise AoE resistance. I'm going to turn that off after these series of fights, however, because I would rather that he use his barrier self-buff. That's part of how he gets so defensive. And then this team overall, I like the balance. You know, we got the tank with the hate from Muraga, we have the main attacker in Oberon, and then we got the wild card in Kiton. Alright, and then there is the only jump that Oberon has. I was kind of surprised to go back and check, but he only has one attack where he jumps and then has the delay. Everything else he has is instant cast, so he's pretty easy to use in that sense. He's more like a Lancer or a Water Gracida. Alright, take down Prompto. He did reflex us earlier, but Drain Force gets around that, I guess. Okay, so that was a win against Mono Dark without Helena. Next, let's go against Mono Lightning. This should not be a big deal, since we have the element advantage. But if the disadvantaged team is better built, better prepared, it can still be a team with the element advantage. But we have 9S coming over, put in a defense buff on Charlotte. That's annoying. And looks like the Charlotte has the shield Trustmaster to give her 3 times barriers. Okay, Rapid Chain from Cloud, but not a lot of damage on Kiton. So depending on who she's facing, she can even take hits, still do fine. And a Track Blade there again. Not a lot of damage from Muraga, but I didn't build him for damage here. Okay, Limit Break on Kiton and Muraga. Almost nothing on Muraga, but Kiton will take damage. Alright, and then there is the barriers plus Pierce attack up from Oberon. Alright, Kiton gets the HP back. Okay, Drain Rush from 9S. But yeah, these two guys are not going to do a lot of damage on Muraga. Cloud is the only one that really has a chance. I feel like with Oberon, and then I'm of course going to do a level 120 review when he gets closer to release in Global. But I feel like he's another one of those characters, we often see this with cost 100 units, where all of their kind of best and most important skills are on their main job, and so it doesn't matter what their sub-job is. But he also has Viking and then one other one. Viking looks kind of interesting. Launch might be good for him, if you want to get in some slash damage. Okay, here let's go against Mono Ice. I'm a little bit worried with Valentine Salia, but I was feeling like taking a chance, so. Then they also have Rafaldu. Again, that's the Selection Quest unit. Has the bonus this week, so I've been seeing a lot of her. Alright, but a Track Blade on Barret. I've had some success using him as a tank, but not amazing. Maybe I'll make a video about an ice team later. Okay, but Salia, she was standing on a height that I couldn't really use the Drain Force on, so we used the Limit Break instead. And thankfully I got these stops, so that will stop the magic damage coming my way. Okay, Barret using Limit Break. That will miss on Kiton, thankfully. And Guts on Muraga, Barriers on Oberon. Dispel Spread. And then Rafaru, she's a little bit better than I was thinking when I first saw her. She has Assassin, so if she can get close, she can do that defense break attack. That can do a lot of damage, but again, she has to be right next to the guy. Alright, Limit Break from Oberon. This will imperil all elements. Great damage there. I think one of the main things that makes Black Rose Helena kind of a slight tier above Classic Lassie is the area of effect, the range of the Limit Break. It's got the big range for Helena, it's got the small range for Classic Lassie. But Oberon, he also has the big range on his Limit Break, so that's another reason why I kind of maybe put him a tier above Classic Lassie. Still love Classic Lassie though, I use her all the time. And then the team that I'm using, oh, that's a crazy, crazy attack. I'll put up the AoE on the screen, but that is unique in the game. And very large, does 2 hits, so good for chaining, and then even causes a stun, I think, so amazing attack for him. I still think that Cloud's 3-hit Rapid Slash AoE attack is his best attack. Alright, finally, let's go against Dark, Dwayne, and Helena, who don't need a third unit, but they are paired with Ayaka. And I think this team is a good example of, not needing to feel artificially restricted to elements. You could certainly put Nemude in there for the healing or the raise or whatever, but Ayaka is going to be fine. With like support characters and then for different reasons tanks, you can kind of go off element. It's very easy to go off element actually, so. Okay, there wasn't able to get the same elevation, so we couldn't do Drain Force on Helena, but we did the Limit Break. Weren't able to get stopped, but we did take her down, so that turned out good. And that prevented Muraga from getting hit from big magic damage. Alright, but full life on Helena. Okay, pretty good damage on Dwayne. Alright, here we can get to the same elevation, so we'll Drain Force Dwayne, take him down. And big AoE Limit Break from Helena. I was hoping I could avoid this. Alright, there goes Kiton. And haste on Helena. Alright, short range attack, chance of slow. Alright, there's that self buff for the AoE resistance. But I would rather that he had done something else, maybe an attack or the barriers. So yeah, I am going to turn that off after these fights. Okay, level 4 Darkra, take down Oberon. And regen. Ayaka's doing great here. I remember when the game first came out, it was like the first week or two, people were complaining about how Ayaka was doing in auto battle. But yeah, if you can put in the effort to learn her, then she can perform very well in auto like she did here. Okay, so a loss there in the end, but I think that's a pretty good first look at Oberon. He's pretty darn good, and I'm going to use him on a lot of teams, I think. At the moment, it's a little difficult to do a mono-earth team because there's a lot of Jooms and then Lucia's running around. Lucia just got the EX jobs. So I'll wait until their bonus time goes away, and then I'll maybe do more mono-earth teams. But in the near future, maybe I'll try Oberon in like a 2-element or rainbow element teams. Okay, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.